All right, we live. It's your boy Law. Yeah, we live. All right, had to make sure of that. Had to make sure of that the thing pop up on my thing. Uh, I think Tiff will be with us shortly. Uh, if he's not. It's actually pretty good. We're still in the Port of Spain dealing with the fallback, and it's just talking about like the last 2 years that some of the cameos spent in hiding, and how like some of them is called the ones who weren't doing anything. They're basically calling them out like, yeah, you guys are part of the problem from not actually standing up and doing anything. You the reason why they're able to judge us the way they can now. So it's like it's just a little hinge. And one of my favorite highlights of the chapter, because it really was an action chapter. My favorite part of this chapter is like I said, within this manga, it's a unique power system. Like I said, one of the dudes has a whole bunch of tattoos, and like his powers, like one of his powers he just released was Art Tier 60 Nuclear Moon Hour, and that's where the chapter ends. So I'm like, and like that's supposed to be his ultimate technique in this transformation, and I'm curious to see how that looks, because it's like, you know, pretty cool. But yeah, this I would say it has what's her name, Andrea Thomas, the ability to have basically Pandora's box, having access to all those weapons, and whatever weapon you pull out, you take on that weapon in that ability. Like let's say some Wukong staff is in the box, right? She's able to pull it out and use whatever powers that come with that staff, and she takes on a partial transformation of it. So that's one of my favorites as of right now. Yeah, I no, I try not to. I'm on 32, episode 32. I try not to read so much so I can do proper updates without being so cluttered. So I try to at least do one. I know for Sakamoto Days, I did three. I did three for Sakamoto Days. Yeah, I did three for Sakamoto Days. Basically, we're seeing the fallout of basically Japan. So
Joe, we only got one healer.
we do. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I wasn't even paying attention. Um, we're seeing the fallout of we're seeing the fallout of basically the new rule being put. Yeah, old guy coming back, and basic no, the old guy not coming back. Slur being over Japan's government. So everything that's happening isn't around the world, it's just Japan. Yeah, it's just Japan. It's not nothing going on around the world. It's just Japan, solely Japan, and like basically it's like, oh, I actually like this one because I did get spoiled on this a little bit before I read it. You kind of, because well before I got to this part, people was talking about it on social media. You see Sakamoto in a position where he's finally bothered. Nothing happened to his wife and everything because of his safety measures in his house. So basically, if his house
Fuck.
were to like explode or anything, basically he has countermeasures to save his family, and those countermeasures saved his family. But at the same time, you see a Sakamoto that's kind of like bothered at this point, and he's basically disheveled. It's like he knows his family is safe, but because the fear of his family not being safe, it messed with him so bad. So like I actually do like seeing that you get a Sakamoto that's like kind of disheveled, and then I hope you can cap this so I can give a number because I could give you a rough estimate. As of right now, it's been 3 days, and then within those 3 days, there have been 300,000 killings. Basic, yes, yes. So, and then the best one thing I also love about this is you're getting it's petty. Okay, y'all going to laugh, but it's kind of crazy. It's like what we be talking about in real. Like they didn't give us no BS scenarios. They giving us real world scenarios where, like one of the cases where one dude was arguing with a customer representative, and he was like, "Oh, I paid my bill. I paid my bill. So you shouldn't do this." And the customer service was like, "Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't put up with this." Pull the blicky out, pow. And then what I do like about it is basically Slur is proving one thing. A human will use any means to justify their wrongdoing. They can know something is wrong. They can know something is wrong, but their ideology and their mind will make it so that, you know what? Yes, you have an excuse. So what you're seeing, case in point, which Tef was here. We had a road rage incident. Traffic was backed up. Dude had a whole road rage situation. And the dude was like, "Oh, you just doing all this for no reason." And basically, dude got out his car, pulled a blicky, start letting shots loose. And so, it's just giving you real world scenarios. And then in chapter 209, you see where Sakamoto's crew, they're trying their hardest to minimize the damage of the guns. And then they find out that each gun has a chip planted into it. So right now the plan is if they can hack the chips, they can stop the firing of all the guns. Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. But like I said, right now I'm loving it because of like how it's going about it. It's like it's not using no BS scenario. It's giving you real world scenarios that all of us talk about in our daily lives, like road rage, like how that plays a part in how people are just justifying themselves. Oh, well, we didn't do wrong. I didn't do wrong. They did me wrong. Stuff like that. So it's like I like it. Yeah, but basically that's what it was. Yes, okay. In this, like basically you find out as of right now, Slur is the government. He like it is a law. So like as you see innocent people killing, you see them justifying it with, well, it's the law. It's the law. Like I'm not doing wrong. It's the law. I'm not wrong in this. The law says I'm able to do this because it's legal, so I'm not wrong. I'm right. So it's like people's more. It makes you question a moral compass of people, and Slur was right. Like you give a person a gun, and you give them rule. If you give them certain rules and tell them, hey, doing this is not breaking a rule, they will actually find any means to justify why they was right. But yeah, that's why I end off at. I'm like me. I'm liking where we're at, especially with the mind that the mind state Sakamoto is in. He's not the Sakamoto that everybody knows. It's the Sakamoto that's actually he knew he was close to losing his family. So it's I really like it. Oh, well, I left off on chapter 8 where I'm terrible with the names. I'm terrible with names, so excuse me. Yeah, with the shojo. I left off with the shojo getting ready to fight with the swords and everything. Which I yeah, I'm gonna push up to 10. I'm gonna push up to 10, but I loved it. I love what I'm seeing right now. What I'm reading right now from this. I'm loving what I'm seeing and reading. It's nothing too it's not overly complicated right now. Yeah.
Frank, oh,
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Me too. I had the first six down and I was like, I just never came back to this. I was reading other stuff. That's kind of when I got stuck on Sakamoto days and everything. So I was like, shoot.
you're not sitting on the couch.
No, no. I just know I just know a little bit of what happens because of TikTok. So, but this time, yes.
We should.
Um. No. Yeah. I might say I'm just seeing spoilers and stuff. That's pretty much it. I ain't seen like a whole lot. Like fuck. I might say